Hey guys, so this is a video response to Shane Dawson's suicide and bullying video that he put up in 2010. I know it's late response, but whatever. It's always good to have a fresh thought in there. So, suicide and bullying, those things really never cease to surprise me when people do that to others. And I'm not gonna lie, I have had thoughts of suicide. I lived through it by smiling. Just a smile can really turn your day around. And sometimes you just gotta stay strong. And, whatever your life throws at you, you kinda have to live through it. And it's always good to have that feeling, that strong feeling when you're dealing with something. And when you actually power through it and you're fine the next day and you completely not completely forget about it, but it's out of your mind for the time being, it's pushed to the back of your head, you really feel like rejuvenated. You feel like new. And I don't get why people don't get that. I don't get why the suicidal tendencies are growing, all because they're being hurt in high school, they're being hurt outside by their families, and it's like the world out there is tough. You already know that. The world is tough. And you have to live through it. If you want to commit suicide, if you're considering committing suicide, don't do it. It's not worth it. And if you live through that, it's going to be a traumatizing experience for you. And you will, and if that thought is probably going to be the main thought in your mind for a few years, I committed suicide and I lived, I don't know, why did I live? And it's those questions that really tend to push you to try it again, and don't do that. Don't ever think about that. Don't ever think those questions. Don't just That's all I really have to say on that. Also, another reason to get through the pain of bullying and suicide and the suicidal thoughts, surround yourself with a group of friends that you can really trust, or connect with somebody that you know you can tell them everything. Because I have a bunch of friends, I have a handful of friends that I can tell everything to. And it's a lot easier on me because I am different per se, and this world is kind of demanding everybody to be the same, and is demanding perfection, and therefore I get teased and bullied a lot, but I have managed to live through it, and all because I have people there to support me. There's always been people there, and it's great when you have a handful of friends that you really can trust and you can really surround yourself and feel loved. Because when you have friends that think of you as family, there is nothing better when you're in that state of mind, of like the state of mind of suicide and all that, suicide and emotional pain. There's nothing more refreshing than knowing you feel loved by a handful of others. So if you're kind of having trust issues with one of your friends, and if you think they're not real friends, then think that way. But try and find somebody that you can connect with and that you can trust, that you can talk to, that you can express yourself with, that will allow you to be yourself in front of. It's amazing when you find out people like that. Um, so bullying, back on that subject. I'm done with my 4 minute, 5 minute rant of suicide. Okay, so bullying. I don't know why people do this to others. Maybe because they want to feel empowered, and it's honestly kind of sickening when people push other people to do the things that they do to themselves. Like, the suicide, the slashing, and I don't know why people think that way, that they think that they can, and that it's completely okay. And it drives people to do things that they shouldn't be thinking to do, per se. I think have dealt with bullying. I am still dealing with bullying because I'm only a freshman in high school. So, and well, going into sophomore, but it's hard. I know it's hard, but when you, like I said before, if you have a handful of friends that really trust you, that really love you, and when you have somebody to talk to, just somebody to talk to, it doesn't even have to be a friend. It can be a relative, like a aunt, uncle, brother, somebody. When you have somebody that can talk to, you feel refreshed when you have that stress off your shoulders. And when you have someone to speak your mind to, you feel like new. You feel like you're not depressed. And if you still do, just power through it. You don't, like I said, even though people think it's stupid, the meaning of YOLO, you only live once, it's true. Yeah, I know I brought up YOLO. Boo. And people think it's stupid, but whatever. It's true. You only live once. Don't cut your life short. Don't try to cut your life short. Don't ever do that because you only live once. And fine, I try to I try to power through it. I try to do everything that I can. And it works. I have all those things. I have everything that I feel comfortable in. I have, my drawings, my writing. It's everything that I can throw my thoughts in, and I'll feel refreshed afterwards. Like I finally have a way to express myself in a quiet, non painful way. Anyway, that concludes my rant per se. Well, I wouldn't say a rant, but anyway, thanks you guys for watching. I hope you take my advice. All right, well, bye now.